Good morning. Welcome in. It is Friday, so we do a Friday quick start and get out of the way. Mark King takes over at 8:30 our time, 7:30 his time in beautiful downtown Texas. So let's get to it. This is your Friday quick start. We do these at 8:22 because coming up at 8:30, you've got Redefine with Mark King. He has rebranded. It was Wealth Building 2.0, Welcome to the Cause, and now it is Redefine, capital R, capital E, right? Real estate. So Redefine, and it's still a wealth conversation. It's a great conglomerate of talent that he's put together. He's got Dusty Oglesby now is one of his coaches. They're branching out into coaching. He's still doing his retreats. He's doing couples retreats. What we found at KW is one of us in the family is probably a member of KW, and you go off and you do these things. You do Mega Chicken, you do family reunion, you go to spring masterminds, fall masterminds. Maybe you sit in business planning clinic, maybe you sit in Quantum Leap, and you have these experiences, you have these conversations, you're around people that are growing, and then you go home, and no disrespect to the people at home, but they're just not on the same level because they're not being pulled to the same level by maybe their employer, their environment, and they require maybe you to say, "Hey, let's go do this together. Let's have this conversation." One of the most powerful practices that we have at our company, um, they did it in Bold. I don't know if it was part of Onward Bold. I believe there's a conversation around it. It's a great practice. You basically sit down and the conversation is you have $100 in your checkbook, and then every week you add another 1,000. Like the number keeps getting bigger, and the challenge is that you have to go through your checkbook exercise and you have to figure out what you're going to spend it on, and you can't spend it on the same thing twice, and you can't give it away. And you do that with your partner, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your fiance, your spouse, and you go and you sit and you do the exercise separately, and you come back together just to see if you're in financial alignment, right? Because if 3 grand landed on my desk, and as a dad with a whole bunch of bills, obviously there's things to do, but at a moment's notice, I'm like, 3 grand, get a whole new set of irons. Not that I need them. A new driver, but like you start going to something maybe that excites you, one of your passions, right? For me, it would be golf. Let's go buy the golf equipment I don't deserve. Janina's head would probably go towards a road trip. And it's not that we're not in financial alignment, but we do have to have consistent conversations about our finances. So I can tell you beyond a shadow of a doubt, if you have time to hang out with Mark King at 8:30 for Redefine, do that. And if you can get your other half to join you for the conversation, so you start to understand, it's going to maybe bring up some conversations that make people uncomfortable, but it's going to bring up some conversations that will probably put you in alignment. And, I think, not a divorce lawyer, yet we know one of the number one topics that loved ones typically have complications with is finances. So are we having those honest conversations? So I would check it out every Friday at 8:30. We have deemed it important enough that we've moved our Friday schedule for Mark King. He's a fantastic human being. This is a very passionate topic for him. If you've heard his whole story, you would understand why he is so passionate. And if you've got time at 8:30, we're making that time for you in our schedule. So we're going to encourage you to go check that out every Friday at 8:30. That's why we do a quick start. There's the long version of why we do the quick start. Just want to make sure you understand we don't just put things on the calendar for any old reason. The wealth building conversation with Redefine and Mark King is important. It's a passion of Nathan's, and we want everyone to be in a better place, and certainly have that conversation with your loved ones, because it can be the thing that builds growth for you, or it could be the thing that is a constant conversation with negative energy, and it will drive people apart. So check it out. Mark King, Redefine. That's at 8:30 coming up. The link for that is in the morning news. If you have not yet joined his page, just simply do that. You'll see the push notification when he starts talking right here on Facebook, providing you're on Facebook right now. Because the quick start goes to Facebook and over to YouTube. Just because. I'll tell you why. Because every 30 days, Mark Zuckerberg, hi Mark, deletes all of our videos that are live. And this is a live video, so if we don't send it somewhere else, it will be gone. Not that we need it for the Smithsonian, but we're sending it to YouTube, so it's there, along with a lot of our other recorded stuff. At 9 o'clock, Fight Club is happening. We don't record that. Don't worry. That is a Zoom room. You're going to go in there. You're having your conversations. You're doing whatever you're doing to build your business. We talked yesterday in Business Planning Clinic. There's so many different things you can be doing. It's not about what you could be doing. It's what are you willing to do? And let's have that honest conversation. What are you willing to do in 2026 to build your business? Let's make sure that we're focused on a handful of things, not a myriad of things. We talk about in the lead gen model yesterday. Gary talks about in the Red Book. There's the core 4. People will go into a year and they're like, I'm going to do these 38,000 things to build my business. No, you're not. It's impossible. It completely defrays your interests. You know the 5 things that just look at the list and honestly say, this excites me. That intrigues me. It might not be my jam, but let's find out. And then just find out over the year what is. And I guarantee you'll get to the end of the year. It's going to be 3, 4, 5 things that you'll be able to blame your business on. And then you know what those are. And Marcus Katkin made a great point yesterday. Then you just keep going deeper. You refine them. You specialize them. You make them better than most. That's today, Fight Club. Go to KWFightClub.com, 9 to 11. We're having our conversations. You're doing your text messaging. You're working on your smart plans and your campaigns. Maybe you're stuffing envelopes, whatever you're doing to drive more conversations to you and your business so you can help more people. That's what we do during Fight Club. At 11 o'clock, we've got Nateology. It's episode number 8 of Nateology. We're bringing in the Rachel Xavier is going to join me here today. We're going to talk about her career, her discovery of Keller Williams, why she has stayed in Keller Williams and continues to do her business here alongside the great Nate Dickey. And we'll talk about, certainly going to talk about the philanthropic stuff that Rachel and her team lean into quite heavily up around the Lakes region. She's got a lot to talk about. We'll talk to Rachel today. That's 11 o'clock. And that is here on the Face Space, and will also be over on the YouTubes for you as well at 11 with Nateology and Rachel Xavier. At 1 o'clock, the Midday Protocol, where we talk about what we did or didn't do. You can join me at timsoffice.com. 3 lead indicators we ask for: the conversations you're having, the appointments you're setting, the contracts you're signing. And this week we're doing the 12 tactics of shift. We're on tactic number 8. How do you set yourself apart from the rest of the market? That's the conversation today. At 1 o'clock, Midday Protocol, timsoffice.com. We'd love to see you there. At 1:30, it is the bookend with your brokers. Fridays at 1:30, Back to Basics, KWCLM Forms. That's at kellertv.com. You've got the best brokers on the planet. They're sharing space with you at 1:30. Please join them for that conversation. Everything is a conversation when it comes to the contracts. There's no question you shouldn't be asking. We win as leaders with our curiosity. Leaders don't have all the answers. Leaders have all the questions. So bring your curiosities, bring your questions to the best brokers on the planet. They'll join you at 1:30 today. Back to Basics, KWCLM Forms. That's at kellertv.com. And then tonight at 5:30, I insist that I'll be in my office watching The Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. Kaylee says that I apparently have to get dressed up and that we're making cookies. I have no idea what's happening, but I'll be here for the Halloween walk. The Halloween walk is tonight. If you have not yet registered for that, we would love to see you. You've got short people, you like candy, you want to watch The Great Pumpkin with me in my office. We're going to be here. That's at 5:30 o'clock. 5 o'clock. No, 5:30. It doesn't matter. Just get here. We'll be here at 5:30 for the Halloween walk. Bring your short people. Bring the costumes. We'll have candy. We'll have loads of stuff for them to do, and we're looking forward to seeing you for that. If we can help with anything, please let us know. It is 603-834-2856. You can also book my face for a meeting, just you and I, to talk about all the things you want to do in 2026. You can do that at meetwithcoach.com. Have a phenomenal day. Enjoy the weather. Hopefully we see you tonight for the Halloween walk. And if not, we'll see you in and around the market center and the internet. Take care.